Thunder Nation, what's going on? Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm going to talk briefly about this Memphis game tonight. The Thunder came out very strong, scored 74 points in the first half, so they were feeling it. And normally against the Memphis Grizzlies, probably was expected that we would take this game if Russ was playing and if Melo was playing, but we had some issues against the Lakers the other night. Our bench has been inconsistent, and they came through tonight, so that was great to see. PG had a great night, 33 points, with him leading the way, and then he had some help. Patterson, Felton, Grant, Abrinas, so quite a few of the guys contributed, and it was great to see this win for the bench. Hopefully that gives them some momentum. And I'm not sure when Russ or Melo are coming back, but the bench needs to hold their own at least until that All-Star break, which is coming up. So there's a couple more games before that. The Grizzlies have been talked about quite a bit this season because they do have Marc Gasol and Tyreke Evans. And I know before the trade deadline, quite a few teams, including OKC, expressed interest for Tyreke Evans. And I was very shocked that he was not traded before that deadline, as I'm sure I think a lot of people were. But from what I read in the reports, Memphis wanted quite a bit for him, and I guess teams just weren't willing to give that up. Marc Gasol, he has wanted out of Memphis for some time now, and it's interesting to see what he'll do after this season because, I think that he has wanted to be on a playoff team, and it just hasn't happened in a few seasons now. So we'll see if he's able to make his way onto another team. I'm sure plenty of teams would want him. He is so great on the block. So we'll see what happens for Marc Gasol. But speaking about the OKC Thunder, there's been something quite interesting starting to happen now that we're getting closer to the end of the season and closer to free agency for Paul George. And everyone wants to know what he's going to do. So he's been very diplomatic with his answers. But, when they were out in LA, the fans were chanting, "We want George," or "We want Paul." And the Thunder fans tonight were chanting, "We love Paul." So he has been getting so much love from fans in both cities. So we'll see what happens because, I think there's been so much talk about whether he's going to stay in OKC or if he's going to go to the Lakers. But I personally don't think that there's any way of knowing what Paul will choose or what any elite player will choose these days. I mean, think about it. Before Melo came to the Thunder, everyone thought he was going to go to Houston. And CP3 ended up in Houston. That was crazy. People thought that it was going to be Harden, CP3, and Melo. That didn't happen. D. Wade is back in Miami. Who thought that was going to happen? I mean, look at the trade that the Cavs made. They have a whole new team. I mean, there's just no way of knowing. Kyrie to the Celtics. So I think right now it's a lot of speculation. I understand that there are strong reasons why Paul George would go to the Lakers. Magic has made quite a bit of cap space room for some elite players to go there this summer, but it's left to be seen. So we'll just leave it at that. But tonight, really good win for the Thunder, specifically for their bench. I hope that it gives them some momentum. They need to hold their own for the next couple of games before this break, because I am not sure when Russ is coming back. And Portland has been killing lately. I mean, Damian Lillard is not playing around, or CJ McCollum, so, and they are right with us in terms of the Western Conference. So if we can just maintain where we're at and then make that push to the playoffs, OKC will be in a great position. Whether or not Presti is able to get us a piece or two, there is an open roster spot on the Thunder, which is curious. It's curious to me. If you have any ideas what that open roster spot is intended for, please share that, because I would be interested in seeing what your thoughts are on that. So anyway, want you guys to have a great week, and I will be back for the next game. And as always, Thunder up.